Well, I just got done watching my granddaughter play volleyball. It was a lot of fun to do that. My other granddaughter, I got to see her play soccer, and that was such a joy to be with the family and to watch the kids play ball. Now I'm off to Fulton, 4-hour drive to get back on the boat, hopefully tonight. Once I get back to the airport, I'll check and see if I can get an Uber over to the boat. My goal tomorrow is to kick off the day not too early, but fairly early, and head on down the river, hopefully getting past Columbus, maybe down in the Pickettsville, I think it is, but hoping to be able to make that progress tomorrow. Little did I know, as I walked down this trail with Deb 48 years ago, that I would be cruising Still the One, my Sundancer 380, down the Tennessee River, south on the Tombigbee known as the Tenn-Tom, and southeast across the Gulf of Mexico to Tampa Bay. My desire is to document this trip, to share with my family, because they are still the one to me. And if you'd like to come along on my journey as well, I hope you will enjoy. Well, it is 11:20. It's 11:20, and I am pulling into the Tupelo, Mississippi Airport, Tupelo, Mississippi Regional Airport right now, and hopefully everything will work out. I am going to try to get an Uber to get a ride back over to the boat. I just passed the Tenn-Tom on my way over, and said hi to the boat. Really see it, just my boat, as I went by. And hopefully everything's good. The oil's changed. The exhaust hoses that I had requested be changed were changed. We'll see that when we get back to the boat. But next challenge is to get a ride, and we will be checking that out here in just a second. Here we are. Whoops. Coming in a little hot. Ready. Next step, try to get Uber. Dummy me, I forgot to fill the car up with gas. It's got a short 1/4 of a tank, but they charged me an arm and a leg for that. Blast it. Oh well. Let's see if our ride comes. Should be here any minute. Nice plane. Desmond, right?
Yes, sir.
So Desmond has been gracious to work at night in Uber, and he's picked me up, and we're headed to the marina. Well, after a little detour to the Fulton Park that Uber took us to instead of Midway, we think we got the right directions here to get us to Midway. Alrighty, so we made it back to the boat, and cost a little bit, but the only mistake I made on this trip was not filling up the rental car. So I'm sure that's going to cost me a penny or two. We're back on the marina, and still the one is sitting there. I'm anxious to see if it's got the work done on it that I had requested. We shall see. Here she is. We're exiting Fulton Lock, got the bill paid for the engine, and we had a dispute over the price. I was quoted $250, and they decided they wanted to charge me $500. So I am sorry to say that here's the deal, and I do this to myself all the time. You get a quote, get it in writing. If you don't get it in writing, don't expect it to be what you're quoted. And unfortunately, they decided they wanted twice as much, and they had a mess up with their own people. Quote me the wrong price. You know, it's real simple. I asked, can you do it? If you can, what is the price? They gave me those two answers, yes. I called Monday to reconfirm. I called Tuesday reconfirmed. I called Thursday and found out that they still had not done it and weren't going to do it till Friday. So I said, hey, never mind, forget it, we're done, you know. And so they said, oh yeah, we'll go take care of it. So they came over and took care of it. You know, I mean, I'm glad they got that oil changed in the port engine, but again, you know, when you're getting other people to do work for you, you have to trust but verify. You people don't do what you expect, they do what you inspect. That's one of the sayings that I have. And it's proven right many, many times with my own team and with other people's teams. So we're at Wickens Lock, and the door is cracked open, but nothing is opened yet. So what I want to do is go back over what
Welcome Lock to the southbound pleasure craft, channel 10, cap 10.
110. All right. 10, sorry.
Hey Cap, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
You're a little bit broken there. I see you sitting outside the lock there. You waiting on a lock through, or what's going on with you? I didn't hear you trying to get me on the channel 16 there.
Yes, sir. Tried multiple times, and maybe it was my issue. Sorry.
I heard some scattered traffic. I thought that might have been you. Give me about tell you what, I'm ready for you now. Actually, we'll go ahead and get you. I'll swing the gates here momentarily. Just come on in at the green. You know the deal. Your line handler needs to be wearing a personal flotation device. Throw your loop over you more a bit. Once you do that, just shout back at us on channel 10.
Yes, sir. Will do. Like I was saying, and he reminded me, anytime you go into a lock, you need to have a life jacket on. Have your ropes ready and your buoys out, ready to bump up against the wall and throw your rope over the pin or Not sure what they, you know, the terminology, but I call it a pin, and tie it down front to back on your boat. They don't like to have multiple tie downs. Basically just one rope from the front of your boat to the back of your boat will do the trick. Then when you get in, you need to turn off all of your...
Come on in, Cap.
Yes, sir, thank you. You need to turn off...
Hey, Cap, that the water's a little bit choppy this morning. I'm gonna start swinging them gates after you clear the miter sill by about 10 feet, if that's all right with you.
Yes, sir. So he doesn't want to get that chop into the chamber, it looks like. And a little bit of chop. I would call it almost nothing compared to what you might see in Florida. But as I was saying, turn your motors off, and when you get down towards the bottom, turn your blower on so it clears the fumes out of your engine compartment, so when you start the engines you're good to go. I'll go to the middle pin, and once I get to the middle pin, I'll snug up and try to toss my rope over with my pole, my dock pole that I have. It worked perfectly last time, and hopefully it will again. This is Wickens lock number 2 today. So I turned my autopilot off, and now I'm going to control it with transmissions. I want to try to get within a couple of feet of the wall and then kind of just slide my way down. The last thing I want to do is bump the wall. And now I can start stopping. Way over a little closer. Reverse. Okay, we're going into Cochran Lock. Let's see here, what's the full name? Thad Cochran. Lock. Been heard back from the lock master. Hope to hear back from him pretty soon. Him or her. Looks like still right around 9-10 feet depth. I'm straight down the middle as far as the channel is concerned. Don't really see a lot of buoys. Might be out there, but I don't see them. A lot of houses, residential area over here. After this one, we're looking at Aberdeen, which will be about 15, 14 miles, 15 miles, right in that range. So we'll have a little ride. Cochran Lockmaster, still the one. Cochran back, channel 14, thank you. I would like to lock down, please. 14. How are you doing today?
I'm going to my gate swung down for you. When you get the green light, get in the chamber at a no weight speed. Do me a favor, make sure your line has the best hold, and once you're off the grid, give me a hot one. Get you down and back on the way.
Thank you, sir. So you heard those instructions, I'm sure. Somehow I keep changing channels on my radio. Frustrating. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's something to do with the handset or what. But he wants me to ease in once he gets the doors open. You make your life a whole lot easier when it comes to going through these blocks, I think, by being considerate and obviously following the instructions of the lock master, which are the, the rules. And these guys, I think you might have heard, I think they're working 12-hour days, something like that. A pretty long day. But, big responsibility, making sure the barges get through. Yeah, and so out here in the middle of God's country, I see the doors are open now, I think. So it's the same process. I'll slide in on the right side, get about the middle, take my dock pole and loop it right over the pin, pull it to myself, tighten her down. Nice thing about these locks, going downstream like this, I mean, they're really small logs. So you're only going down maybe 30 feet, something like that. Yep, about 30 feet. Maybe more, maybe 50 feet, I don't know. It's not a whole lot, for sure. So I know that it may be a little boring, but that's what you gotta do. And documenting the locks and getting through them is part of this. Understanding the distance between the locks, understanding what you're supposed to do when you enter the lock. All those things are really important. If you've never done it before, it's about taking your time. It's about understanding the rules, following the rules, and enjoy yourself. Man, I'm really enjoying myself because of getting to do this by myself. I know I can do it by myself. One of the reasons I won't do it because I can, push my limits to my abilities to the limit. I can explore all these things before I die and go to heaven someday. And for me, that could be anytime. My dad, I think he had a heart attack in late 50s, something like that. And by 73, due to cancer, I think 73, 74, something like that, he was gone. We miss him. But our family history is, men are just not living past their 60s. So I'm 67. Anything can happen any day that would take me. And of course, God, I'm ready. So I'm not worried about where I'm going because I'm ready. I've accepted Christ as my Savior and accepted that free gift. But until then, I just appreciate that we have joy all of this.